It's the holiday season. That means you're spending big money on presents, big money on parties, and that increases your risk of overdrawing your account. Amy Miller here from Bank of Hawaii, Vice President. What is the simplest way to avoid being overdrawn?
The simplest way, when you get charged an overdraft fee, it's because you don't have enough in the account to cover the transaction. So what you want to do is keep accurate records. Keep track of all your transactions, reconcile, monitor them frequently, and know your balance. So there's lots of different ways that you can avoid being overdrawn. One of them is have your payroll directly deposited into your account. This way you have immediate access to your funds. You want to avoid floating your checks, which is because you can get in the red while you're waiting for them to clear, so you want to avoid that. And again, back to transactions. Keep good track of them, especially those on your debit card. So all those ATM transactions, your debit purchases, keep good track of those so you know your balance. And last but not least, automatic payments. They make life easy, simple, but you have to make sure that there's funds in the account when the payment's supposed to be made.
What are some of the options that maybe banks offer to kind of make sure that this doesn't happen?
Well, online services are great nowadays. They can tell you when your balance is going low even before you overdraw your account. So for example, they'll send you an alert if your balance hits or goes below a certain balance. Now, most banks also offer overdraft protection plans, which are usually accounts linked to your checking account or lines of credit linked to your checking account, and they can cover those transactions. Now, there's usually fees associated with those, so check with your financial institution to see what those are and what's the best fit for you.
Okay, so what if I don't want the ability at all to overdraw my account?
Okay, great question, Steve. So clearly the client has a choice of how they want the bank to handle their everyday debit transactions. They can choose to opt in, opt out, or do nothing at all, which is essentially opting out. Now, when you opt out, you choose not to have your one-time debit purchases or ATM transactions overdraw your account. If you choose to opt in, you choose for them to possibly overdraw your account, those one-time debit or ATM withdrawals, and then possibly get a fee associated with that as well, too. So keep in mind, this doesn't cover checks, your automatic payments, or your recurring debit purchases like gym memberships, but your banks may be able to accommodate for those, so check with them as well.
Very interesting. All right, for Amy Miller, I'm Steve Uehara for Hawaii News Now.